Hey guys, Blaze3 here with a new deck profile. This time we've got Bujins on the table here. Just recently come out in Judgment of the Light, and it's going to get some additional support in the Shadow Spectres. So I thought, why not give him a look at, have a look how the deck works, and playtest it a bit. So let's get started. First up with the monster lineup, we've got Bujin Yamato, the main guy of the deck. You need to have this guy at 3. He is what makes the deck work. You'll find out shortly why. Basically, once per turn during the end phase, while this guy is face up on the field, you can add one Bujin monster from your deck to your hand and then send one card from your hand to the graveyard. Next up, we've got the card that isn't out yet, Bujin Makazuchi. Basically, when a Bujin warrior type monster you control is destroyed, aka a motto, you can special summon this guy from the hand, and then once per turn during the end phase, when a Bujin monster was sent to the hand to the graveyard during this turn, you can add one Bujin spell trap card to the hand. Basically, either Bujin Carnation or Bujin Regalia. Tell you what those do in a minute. Next up are the ditchable cards. First, we've got Bujinji Turtle. Basically, while this guy is in the graveyard and one of your Bujin monsters is targeted by a card effect, you can banish this card to negate the effect. Next up, we've got double Bujin Relic Hachi, or Bujinji Centipede, if you prefer to call him that way. Basically, while he's in the graveyard and you control a face-up Beast Warrior type Beast Warrior Bujin type monster, you can banish this guy to target one spell or trap card on your opponent's side of the field and destroy it. Next up, double Bujinji Quillin, aka Swordface. Basically, when he's in the graveyard and you control a face-up Beast Warrior Bujin monster, well, basically motto, you can banish this card to target one face-up card your opponent controls. Anything face-up on his side of the field, be it monsters or spells, banish him to destroy that card. Next up, we've got triple Bujinji Crane. He's basically the Kalut of the deck. Basically, ditch him from the hand to the graveyard during damage calculation to double the attack of one face-up Bujin monster you control. Next up for tech choices, we've got Honest. We've run a lot of light monsters, so we might as well use that to help us during the battle phase, along with the triple Crane. And finally, double Bear. Seeing that we're running 4 5 formations cards, I feel it's a good idea to have 2 of him in the deck, as opposed to the one I run in my Consular deck. Basically, same effect as 4, pop the 5 formation card to pop a monster, and then when he deals damage, he searches for a 5 formation spell, which we have 4 of in this deck. Next up, the spell lineup. We've got triple Bujin Carnation. Basically, when your opponent controls a monster and you don't, you can target one Bujin monster in your graveyard and in your banish zone and special summon them, and they can't be used for an XYZ summon except for a Beast Warrior or Winged Beast type monster. Really just helps you to get certain cards back and also acts as a free XYZ if you need it. Next up, we've got the 5 formations cards. We've got triple Tenki, search out Beast Warrior, adds 100 attack to Beast Warriors, and Gyaku, basically to continuous version of Night Beam, which also gives Beast Warriors an extra 100 attack. Why not have it? Plus its extra back row control. Next up, we've got triple Pot of Duality. You don't special summon that much with this deck because your main tactic with this deck is to get your motto into field and keep him alive in every way possible. So you might as well make use of Pot of Duality to get rearrange your hand and such. Next, we got double MST, back row every format. You want these to get rid of back row, and Only 2 because we've already got 2 Gyakus in here and multiple ways of getting rid of spells and traps, be they be face up or face down. And finally, we got Book of Moon. Most monster effects, they need to be face up to activate. So when they try to activate their effect, flip them face down, it doesn't go off. Plus, it can really help you in the battle phase. Like, no, you don't get to attack, basically. Alright, trap lineup. Next, we've got double Bujin Regalia. Basically, it's just a trap card which you can activate to either return a Bujin monster from the graveyard to hand. Basically, Bujin's Ukraine, so you can keep recycling him. Or you can target one banished Bujin monster and send it back to the graveyard. Basically, either Turtle, Centipede, or Quillin, or Swordface if you prefer. Basically, it's also there to bait out MST. It's like, oh, your opponent goes, oh, MST, fine, chain, use one of the effects. They basically minus for no good reason, and you can basically plus or cause your opponent to minus in return. And then standard traps, we've got Solemn, Bottomless Compulse, Double Mirror Force, help protect your Yamato, and Fiendish Chain, stop opponent's effects again, and another way to protect your Yamato. Tongue twisters. Alright, extra deck. We've got triple Bujin Ties, let's try it, yeah. Bujin Tai Susanon Noa, however you pronounce it. This guy here. Big, badass looking motherfucker. Basically 2 level 4 Bujin monsters. Basically, while this card is face up the field, during the battle phase, this card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. There used to be another card I know of that could do that as well, but I can't remember which one. Was it Chimera Tech Overlord Dragons? Whatever, there was another monster that could do that. Basically, he can do the same thing. And also, once per turn, you can detach 1 material to take 1 Bujin monster from your deck to either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. So you could search Yamato or Makazuchi or Crane to your hand, or send Turtle, Centipede, and Quillin to the graveyard, just to help keep things rolling. Next up, double Fire Fist Tiger King. We got plenty of Beast Warriors use it, get him out for. Basically, it helps search out your fire formations, and these are also there to help negate effects and such. Next up, we've got double Star Liege Paladynamo, 2 level 4 light monsters, which we've got plenty of. Basically, detach 2 materials, target 1 face up monster your opponent controls, their attacks reduced to 0, and their effects are negated, which always comes in useful. And also, when this guy is destroyed by battle card effect from your opponent, you get a draw card. Might as well. Next, we've got double Diamond Direwolf. Just 2 level 4 monsters, so basically any 2 of your monsters with this deck. Once per turn, you can touch 1 material from this card to target 1 beast, beast warrior, or winged beast, which all our monsters are, main deck at least. And target 1 monster your opponent controls. Destroy both those cards. Basically, the XYZ version of Scrap Dragon. And plus he can as well as Scrap Dragon, he can target himself with his effect, or you could target one of your other monsters you don't need, like any of these guys here. Next up, we've got My Stroke for defense, Cowboy to win games, Lavalval Chain. You could get like these guys to the graveyard, or get any of these guys to the top of the deck so you draw in next turn. Abyss Dweller, basically a counter to Mermills and Dragon Ruler. Papule Operative, people like to set monsters sometimes, so flip them face up, make them pay for it. And finally, the Swarm Ouroboros, basically for the same reason I'm using him in my my Firefist deck. Target one, either target one card your opponent controls, return to your hands, or send a random card from the opponent's hand to the graveyard, or banish one card from the opponent's graveyard. One thing I didn't mention last time with this card is you can only use each of these effects once. So basically you can go turn your summon in, use this effect to get rid of XC, and then next turn you've only got the choice of sending a card from their hand to the graveyard or banishing a card from the graveyard. So yeah, he's basically a wussied out Trishula, which is harder to get out. Especially with this deck seeing that you're not special summoning as much. It's like, overall it's a decent deck, but personally it's a bit too slow for my liking. But I can see it can do well when it's able to get your matter out and have several of these guys in your hand, and plus you extra protection. So yeah, again, not a bad deck, not my cup of tea, but it's alright to play, but again, too slow for my liking. Hopefully I should be able to have some replays with this for you guys with this deck coming up soon, so until then, I'll see you guys later. See ya. I almost clicked the wrong button. I want this video.